story of the ED versus Mamta battle that played out in the top court. The Supreme Court voiced concern over a series of interference by the TMC, part of a pattern that was highlighted by the ED. At the heart of this entire case is the January 8th raids, the day when the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee stormed into the premises being searched by the Enforcement Directorate and walked out with the documents and digital devices. Now, the ED has said that those were crucial pieces of evidence that were linked to the coal scam probe. The TMC, on the other hand, claims that it was their poll strategy which was being taken, which is why Mamta Banerjee came in. And since then, both the sides rushed to the court, both claiming to be the victims of data theft. But the Supreme Court has clearly sided with the Enforcement Directorate. It described the allegation that Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee caused obstruction in an ED probe as very serious. The top court agreed that there is a need to examine whether a state's law enforcing agency can interfere with a central agency's investigation. It said the rule of law must prevail and offenders cannot be allowed to be protected under the shield of the state's law enforcing agencies. So, simply put, it is a setback for the TMC government because the ED has alleged that Mamta Banerjee, who is not just the Chief Minister but also the Home Minister of West Bengal, used the state police to interfere with the ED raids, with the ED functioning. The Enforcement Directorate has told the court that action must be taken against the Bengal DGP as well as the Kolkata Police Commissioner, claiming that they acted at the behest of the Chief Minister, obstructing the raids and even removing CCTV footage from the raid site. The Supreme Court has now stayed the FIR filed by the West Bengal Police against the ED officials, ordering the protection of CCTV footage, issuing notices to Mamta Banerjee, the state government, the DGP and the senior police officials. The BJP has called it a serious indictment of Mamta Banerjee and her government. But clearly, the TMC remains undeterred and is sticking to its fighting pre-poll interference claim, ably supported, of course, by the Congress.
Central agency will interfere with the political party just before election. That is also not good. Last evidence which has been taken by in this statement is 21st February 2024. Thereafter, he was sleeping altogether. Now, when the election is forthcoming, then he was jumping upon.
जहां जहां चुनाव होगा वहां ईडी पहुंच जाएगी और लोगों को आतंकित करेगी, प्रताड़ित करेगी। मुझे लगता है कि ईडी की कोई साख बची नहीं है, देश का बच्चा बच्चा जानता है।
ये पूरा देश और पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता आज कह रही है, तुम इतना जो छुपा रही हो ममता बनर्जी, तुम इतना जो छुपा रही हो, क्या डर है जिसे दबा रही हो? ये क्या डर है कि ये फाइल अगर ईडी के हाथ लग जाती है तो आपको चिंता हो जाती? कौन से राज खुल जाते? क्यों इतना भयभीत हुई?
So what happened at the IPAC premises was not the only obstruction that the Supreme Court spoke about. The Apex Court also took serious note of how the Calcutta High Court hearing in the same case was derailed. The hearing had to be abruptly postponed after unmanageable chaos erupted inside the courtroom. The Enforcement Directorate told the Supreme Court that WhatsApp messages were used to mobilize crowds inside the court on the 9th of January. Messages circulated in a group called Legal Minds allegedly summoned lawyers to assemble inside the courtroom. Moments later, there was pushing, shoving, shouting, and within minutes, the judge was forced to walk out. So the ED called it mob pressure inside a court of law. And the Supreme Court asked the most damning question of all. Are courtrooms now being turned into protest sites? Are they becoming the next Jantar Mantar? The Bengal government, meanwhile, has time till the 3rd of February to respond to what has been said by the Supreme Court, to the notice that has been sent by the Supreme Court. But on the charge of obstruction, the record shows that this is not an isolated episode. The TMC chief has repeatedly stepped in when central agencies moved against her party. In October 2023, when the former Bengal minister Jyotipriya Malik was arrested in the ration scam, Mamta Banerjee had defended him. Again, previously in August 2022 as well, when the CBI had arrested the TMC leader Anubrata Mandal in the cattle smuggling case, Mamta Banerjee had once again rallied in support. In May 2021, when the CBI had arrested the TMC leaders in the Narada sting case, Mamta Banerjee again sat on a 6-hour dharna outside the CBI offices. And in February 2019, during the CBI Kolkata police standoff in the Ponzi scam, Mamta Banerjee had staged a 45-hour sit-in protest. So the CBI had then gone to question the Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar, the same Rajiv Kumar who is now Bengal's DGP and whose suspension is being sought by the Enforcement Directorate. So the Supreme Court intervention is being seen as a setback for the Trinamool Congress, even as the party vows to battle on. The BJP says a bigger setback will come not in the courtrooms but in the ballot box.
छोटा मोटा धक्का तो मिलता ही है कोर्ट से, लेकिन अंतिम जो धक्का वो हम देने वाले हैं बंगाल में ममता बनर्जी को.
And well, with that, it's time for us to slip into a very quick break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with lots more on the other side.